Now, in the final part of our series Ganja Gold, we examine whether Jamaica's ganja industry can deliver on its promise or if inequality will define its future. Yannick Williams has our final part of this special feature.
Finally, the herbs come around.
Jamaica has introduced new cannabis permit systems to make it easier for small and traditional ganja farmers to enter the regulation. State Minister Delano Sivrite says the changes are intended to reduce barriers such as high licensing costs and restrict compliance requirements that have kept many rural farmers out of the legal market. While the industry continues to face challenges, the government says the reforms will expand opportunities.
Put in more of a facilitatory regime for the smaller players, people with up to half an acre of land who want to get into the space. We're reducing the barriers essentially of entry so that it's easier, less expensive, less costly.
Stakeholders agree that the ganja industry holds enormous potential for economic growth, job creation, and global branding. But inclusion remains a central concern.
We're going to have a more efficient identification card process so that people don't have to be going back and forth to get the IDs. That has been a challenge. We're going to extend it from 1 year to 3 years so you don't have to be going back and forth and paying all those fees to get things sorted out. We're going to have a transitional cultivator special permit so that lowers the barriers of entry. We're going to also allow communities and cooperatives to get involved in the ganja space from a legal level.
But advocates say
some of our decision makers who clearly don't understand the industry also get caught in a kind of paradigm paralysis. What do I mean by that? We still lock ourselves into the thinking that we must use foreign direct investment, export-led strategies to build out every industry.
However, the major challenges affecting the sector includes international restrictions on cannabis, limited access to banking and financing because of US federal laws, competition from the illicit market, and the climate-related risks that threaten cannabis cultivation.
Under the UN Convention and also in US federal law, it has complicated banking across the globe for anybody who is involved in the industry. So people have had their bank accounts closed, they can't get any loans, they can't get any financial services because you are involved in the cannabis space, which is still, from the banking world point of view, a problem, a big no-no. The US president has announced in recent weeks as it relates to reforms at the medicinal, scientific, and research level that he wants the federal administration of the United States to pursue. The hope is that once that is completed, it will start to open up.
For many, the goal is clear: an industry that balances profit with fairness, where small farmers, local entrepreneurs, and investors all have a stake.
Jamaica will benefit because Jamaica has a powerful brand. The industry needs investment, and this is why the banking and the finance piece has to be eased in order to facilitate more investment. And beyond that, our intellectual property as it relates to cannabis is something we have to continue working on. And I think once we get the technical exchanges in place, once things are eased, Jamaica stands to benefit significantly from this industry.
Jamaica helped build the global identity of ganja. But as the industry becomes more structured and more profitable, the risk is that the people who gave it life could be left behind. The question now is whether the billion-dollar industry will uplift the communities or simply enrich a select few. I am Yannick Williams, reporting for TVJ News.